Do you have that person where you just get annoyed just by the very sight of them? Worst of all, you suddenly fall in love with them? Well, this is the top 10 romance anime where enemies become lovers. Let's go. Number 10, Big Order.
そんなことないよ。君と結婚する。
私と結婚？
今のは違う。君と結婚するやつだって、いつかは現れるって言おうと。
So what's worse, you're wasting a wish or your wish destroying the world? Well, Eiji thinks that the destroying the world is better, so he made a wish that we never knew about it. But in exchange, the entire world is destroyed. People also now have abilities, and an organization known as the Order is out to get him. He eventually meets Kurenai, Rin, and sometimes the ones that are about to get you may be the reason you fall in love.
死ぬかと思ったわ。
いや、お前。
さあ次行くわよ。
次って？
ここから先は侵入者用のトラップだらけ。どこに仕掛けてあるか私は知ってるから。
Big Order is like Future Diary, and even the girls look the same. Instead of a death game, it's just that the entire girl is out against our boy. The fight scenes were short but intense. There are some hints of the main character being a siscon, but the romance between Eiji and Rin will have you wishing you were the one being stepped on. Number 9, Princess Tutu.
ミュート先輩は？
いない。
じゃあどこに？
帰れ。
いた。怪我はどうなんですか?
This one's for people who are starting to feel back pain. Princess Tutu is sort of a children's story, but better. It follows Ahiru, who was originally an animal. Was she a frog? No. Was she a cat? No. She was in fact a duck. She was transformed by Drosselmeyer, and she eventually met our boy Fakir. As Ahiru was on a mission to find the shards of the prince's heart, Fakir kept sabotaging her, but in the end, we all know how things would turn out.
王子とカラスってお話知ってますか？
それがどうした？
いや、どうって言われると。
子供騙しの物語だ。
偉そう。何も知らないくせに。
Princess Tutu might be old, but it's still better than most shows out there. There's a uniqueness to it that you just can't find in any modern show. The soundtrack sticks to the ballet theme, and there is no doubt it's one of the highlights of the series. If you want to feel just how good the previous generation of anime is, be sure to check this out. Number 8, Maoyu.
さっきの。
なんだ？
遠慮は無用というの。あれは本当か？
本当だぞ。
そうなのか。
どうした？
Have you ever asked yourself, what would happen if the Demon Lord and the hero just made up? Well, this show does that and even takes it to a whole nother level. Our boy is shocked to see that the Demon Lord is one of the prettiest women around and is confused to see that she's actually peaceful. Together, these former enemies are trying to help the world and fall in love along the way.
寒いぞ、勇者。
Eh?
寒いのだ。ダメか？
ほら、どうだ？
Maoyu is like every other isekai show, but the hero is actually a simp. The show is like Spice and Wolf with how good it connects the historical and fantasy aspects of the anime. Not only is the romance good, but there's a well-written plot that goes with it. The characters may feel a bit simple, but that just means they're much more relatable. Number 7, Black Cat.
変な服だな。
失礼ね。ジパングの民族衣装よ。ね、可愛いでしょ。
別に。
こういう時は嘘でも可愛いって言え。
Let's go back again to the 2000s where we take a look at the original Spy Family. Black Cat follows our boy, Train, who is the most dangerous assassin in the underground world. He's called Black Cat, but that was until he met our girl Saya, who changed him from a black cat into a house cat. The two of them form an unexpected bond, and now Train's former organization is now after them.
人間生きてりゃ大切な友達の一人や二人いるもんでしょ。さてと。
帰るのか？
泊まれって？
まさか。
Like I mentioned before, this is Spy Family, but both of them actually fall in love and know each other's identity. The animation is clearly old school, but it does not disappoint. Not only are the main boy and girl great, but the secondary characters are also very enjoyable to watch. There's no better mix between action and love. Number 6, Romeo, Juliet.
ジュリエット僕は
ロミオが悪いんじゃないわ。
ごめんジュリエットごめん
How can you not add an anime with that name on a list where enemies become lovers? But this series pulls a twist on the classic story. This time, Juliet is essentially Batman as she becomes a badass vigilante who takes out baddies. Meanwhile, Romeo is the son of the tyrannical prince, but he's not so bad himself. They meet and fall in love, but as we all know, things aren't as smooth as they want them to be.
ジュリエット
雨が上がったわ。いい朝ね。
気分はどう
ええ、もう大丈夫。
Romeo and Juliet has more action compared to the iconic love story, and it's definitely more fun to watch. The first few episodes are especially top-notch, and they do a great job at hooking the audience. There's a ton of character development, and the soundtrack is one of the best things about the show. It's a 10 out of 10 adaptation of the classic tale. Number 5, I'm Quitting Heroing.
誰もいい雰囲気になどなっておらぬわアホ。それより用向きを述べよ。用向きを。
You thought we would stop at Maoyu? Ha! Well, you were wrong because this anime is the same but less serious. I'm Quitting Heroing is basically just that. The hero Leo quits as the hero after he is banished from the kingdom he protected and is now trying to work with the Demon Lord, Echidna. This man is the definition of focus and sheer will, as even if he was rejected, he secretly works for her after convincing her generals, and so their unexpected love story begins. I'm Quitting Heroing is an unexpectedly good show. You might think it's a trashy ecchi anime based on its title, but it couldn't be farther from that. There are a lot of comedic moments, and it's an anime that you can literally describe using one phrase. They had us in the first half, not gonna lie. An underrated gem that you should try. Number 4, Lord Marksman and Venadis.
一度は許してやってくれないか
二度はないぞ。
ところでどうして昨日あんなことを俺にやらせた
Do you want romance, but you're a fan of The Lord of the Rings? Well, Lord Marksman and Venadis might be the anime for you. This series follows our boy Tigre, who is an archer and his country is at war against Echdin. This country is, however, ruled by war maidens, and he was captured by one of them called Ellen. But what's cool about this show is that Ellen literally tells Tigre to become hers, and who would say no?
難しくないわけではないぞ。だが、私は戦記だ。不意打ちで裸を見られて呼吸が止まるほど恥ずかしかったとしても、生娘のように縮こまったりするわけにはいかない。私はお前が欲しい。
Lord Marksman and Venadis are more serious compared to other romance shows. It has a lot of drama and serious topics like conspiracies, corruption, and more, but there's still a little ecchi in it too, so it's not all death and sad faces. It does a really good job of portraying war and how love can bloom from the most unexpected places. Number 3, Our Last Crusade.
私何を。
this isn't the final title. It's actually Our Last Crusade, or The Rise of a New World, which is really long. Again, it's all about two nations. The other's racist and hunting astral mages, while the other helps them, and since then, they've been at war. After freeing a witch, Iska was imprisoned, and he was forced to hunt the Ice Calamity Witch to be free again. Both Iska and the witch join forces to bring peace to the world and be lovey-dovey while doing it.
ならこれで。
何か言おうかしら。
注文決まった？
This series is basically 86, but they have swords and magic. The opening and ending themes were really on point, and even if the plot was somehow slow, it still did a good job. You could clearly see the character development, and there are some tropes that you might find in most anime, so won't be totally unfamiliar to you. Number 2, Kuroshiai.
そうか、君今着るもの。どうしよう。なんでこんなに怒っているんだろう。ほら、乾いたよ。ほかほかだよ。
So you don't want entire countries fighting. Well, here's a show where it's just two people, and they're as deadly as anyone can be. In this show, Chateau Dankworth meets Ryang Ha, and they're both talented killers. Ryang Ha took an interest in Chateau and started helping her in her missions. Now, she has to kill him, but instead, they just go out. Things get heated not only in battle, but between both of them.
おかえり。狭そうなアパートだね。駅も遠いし古いし。
なんでいるんですか。
Just like Black Cat, Crochet is full of action, and even though the story is simple, there are a lot of twists and mysteries that are revealed along the way. There are also some moments that make you laugh, so it's basically all in one. It's like a refreshing take on romance that you probably haven't seen yet, so check it out. Number 1, Love After World Domination.
なあ、不動。お前本当に不動か。
え？何を言ってるんだ、デスミさん。破れる。破れる。デスミ。どうしたんだ、デスミさん。
What's better than two killers falling in love? Well, how about a literal superhero and a supervillain? Love After World Domination features Red Gelato, a superhero, and Reaper Princess, a supervillain. And they secretly date each other while both their groups start fighting. They keep it a secret from everyone, but who knew falling in love would be so much trouble?
何？熱があるのか、デスミさん。それは大変だ。
急にそういうことするな。熱上がる。
すまん、つい。
Love After World Domination is not only about enemies becoming lovers, but it's so much more than that. It's one of the few anime that can perfectly balance both comedy and romance without being too ecchi. The characters are also fun to watch, and the plot is somewhat enjoyable. Because of this, we placed Love After World Domination as number 1 in our list of the top 10 romance anime where enemies become lovers.